art agent Cindy Utter. Your mission, should you wish to accept it, is to create an art journal page or canvas using the following set of instructions. Step 1. Adhere tissue or wrapping paper fragments. Step 2. Apply gesso with a spatula or credit card. Step 3. Add texture through a stencil. Step 4. Add festive collage elements. Step 5. Add gold or silver drips or splatters. Step 6. Add a quote or phrase. Step 7. Add festive glitter or sparkles. Step 8. Add doodles with a white pen. Step 9. Add book text shapes. And finally, Step 10. Add a border to your page. Those are your instructions. Good luck. This message will self-destruct in 2 seconds.
Hi everybody, Cindy Utter here with my artsy endeavors. Okay, what you see here is a canvas. It's about an 8x10 canvas, and what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to do a video hop with Mike Deakin. If you don't know Mike, definitely check out his channel. He is a fantastic artist from over in the UK. Mike has given me 10 steps on what I need to do for this canvas. So I'm going to follow his steps, and we're going to make ourselves a festive canvas, mixed media piece. Okay, so step number 1, Mike Deakin says to adhere tissue or wrapping fragments. So what I've got is I actually have some tissue paper here, which I think is really pretty. So I'm going to put a few of these fragments on here. I'm going to use some Martha Stewart Mod Podge. It's a matte Mod, and I got this on clearance. That's the only reason I have a Martha Stewart anything, is if it's on clearance. And so we're going to put down some tissue paper. So these video hops have been going around, and they're a lot of fun, and this one I thought was really neat because it's kind of like a challenge. He's basically given me different steps on how to do my piece, and I have to follow those steps. Actually, I'm going to wrap this around the edge of that canvas. It's one of the most common things I notice with artists is some of them forget to do their edges, and that drives me crazy. So we're going to make sure our canvas is part of our edges as well. Oops. Those bells are upside down. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? We'll keep them right side up. So this is, like I said, it's going to be a festive piece. Alright, so I got this. It's a Christmas paper. It's a Christmas tissue paper. I actually found this in Tuesday morning. I just went there a few weekends ago or a few weeks ago with a friend of mine, and I just fell in love with this tissue paper, and I thought, wow, this is a great thing to use, right? I want some more. Let's put some right here. We're going to do it right here. Now I also have some different pieces of cardstock here from making Christmas cards, and yes, I do make my own Christmas cards sometimes. Sometimes I make them and forget to send them out, which that might be this year. But I have some cardstock, just pieces of cardstock that I wanted to use on this as well. So I'm just going to tear a couple pieces here and there, and we're going to add it to our canvas. Now the cardstock would be harder to put on the edges, but that's okay. We're just going to add what I think is necessary. Let's see. Oh, I really like this one. Let's put this one on here. We need a couple pieces of that. We need another piece of this. There's just something about Christmas colors. Not so much just the red and the green, but I enjoy the different Christmas colors. Got the red and the green. I actually saw some paper the other day that was done in pink, and I thought that was pretty interesting. Why can't Christmas be pink? I don't know as I would ever do a pink Christmas, but hey, to each their own. Okay, I'm just making sure that this tissue paper is down really well. No air bubbles in it. Okay. And let's put, I got a couple of them here. Let's put a little bit of this cream in there. I want some cream color. Now, if you notice, when I tear this paper, a lot of your common cardstock does not have a same color core. It has a white core, and what I mean by that is when you tear it, you see this little white. That's the inside, that's the core. And if you tear your cardstock a certain way, see, that way it shows it, but this way it does not. You can actually get rid of that core color. So if I tear it like that, it's good. Just a little tip and trick. Come on, stay down there. This one I don't like, it's cockeyed. Come here, you. You're making me mad. You're making me mad. So anyways, I started watching Mike Deakin's videos pretty relatively when he came out on YouTube, and I just love his style. I love his sense of humor. He's a great artist, and from what he said during his early videos is he watched videos for almost a year, and then finally he got an art journal and decided to start creating. And I'll tell you, that's fantastic, because his work is, I really enjoy it. I can sit and watch his videos, you know, binge watch them. Alright, so I've put down some tissue and a little bit of cardstock here. Alright, I'm going to dry this up, and then I'm going to go on to my next step, and we'll be right back. Alright, so I'm ready for my next step. Step number 2, Mike said to apply gesso with a spatula or a credit card. Now, I'm assuming spatula, he meant a palette knife. That may be what they call them in the UK, that's fine. But actually, what I'm going to use is I have these two cards here. These are made by Faber-Castell, and they come in a set of 8. And they have all these really cool edges on them. So I've picked out 2 of these credit cards that I'm going to use. Now, Mike did not say I couldn't tint my gesso, so I am going to tint my gesso. I'm actually making 3 different colors. I'm going to use a little bit of this metallic crimson red for one. I'm going to use a touch of this Sargent acrylic green, and I can't read the back of it. It's old. A little bit of the green. And then I also want to have a little bit of the tan in here. So this is just a brown. This is actually raw sienna. I'm just going to use a touch of that. And this, the top is busted on it, so I need to use that up. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I've got them here on the palette tray, and yeah, I'm not a good one at cleaning it off. So I'm going to start out with the green. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this gesso and just mix it up until I get the color that I want, which I'm looking for kind of like a light green, almost minty green. Okay, so that's the green I'm looking for. And now I'm just going to use what's on the palette just to clean off the palette knife, okay? Okay, I just want to clean off what's on here. Now I'm actually going to use this card to add some more green. Let me see how I'm going to use this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some on my, and let's see. I just want to put some on the page right now. So let's just, the page, here I am, the page. No, it's a canvas. Cindy, it's a canvas. Hope he doesn't mind if I use my fingers. Mike, you don't mind, do you? Just putting a little bit of this green. Don't, like I said, don't forget your edges. Your edges definitely have to have some color on them. Now, they don't have to, you know, you could do your edges black or whatever, but I tend to just try to take my canvas over my edges. I think it just brings the whole thing together. All right. All right, now I'm going to go into this red. And I don't want a whole lot of that red, so I'm just going to, don't really want it pink. I still want it on the red tone. My gesso, come on gesso, come with me. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. More on the red tone, but just calm down a little. Okay, same thing. I like that. I like that red. Really, really do. And here I am using the palette knife. I should be using my card. I want some more of this on the edges. I like it. I like that scratchy look. That's just really cool. Just going to bring a little bit darker. I like it. Okay, there's the red. Now I want to use the brown, and let me get that ready. Alright, sorry about that. The phone had to ring. Alright, so now I'm going to take this brown or burnt sienna that I'm using here, and I really want that pretty light because I'm not looking to have a real dark brown on this, but I do want some creamy color. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So again, I'm going to use what's on my palette knife, and then I'm going to use one of these cards again. It doesn't really matter which one. Now I've got to figure out the right way to make these edges, but you know, to work with these edges. But for now, this is going to work. I like how this is. It looks funny, doesn't it? I like how it's coming out so far. And this is just the beginning, Mike. Alright, I'm going to throw a little bit of the brown on the edges. I mean, I know with these cards, if I lay paint down, I can run these through it to, you know, give it that kind of a texture, but I'm really looking more for how I can use them and make the texture putting it down with the paint. Okay, like it. Okay, so that is step number 2. Now we're going on to step number 3. Step number 3 is to add texture with a stencil. So I gotta grab that, I'll be right back. Alright, so step 3, add texture with a stencil. What I have here is I have, whoa, knock over my drink. I have a Crafter's Workshop stencil, which is number 452S. And I'm going to use this to add my texture, as soon as I find the right palette knife. And then what I'm going to use for the texture itself is I'm going to use some of this Viva modeling cream. If you've watched my videos before, you know I love this modeling cream. It's just, it adds such a cool effect, and it's so easy to use. So we're going to start here. And what I'm going to do is just bring some of this gold. Now I don't want it to look perfect, because nothing is ever perfect, right? There we go. And let me see if you can see it. See it? It's right there. The texture is there, and it will pop eventually, I promise. So I want to add quite a bit of it down here. Christmas. I can't believe Christmas is almost here, and it's just so quick. Seems like the years are just getting quicker and quicker as they go by. Okay, I want to put some up along here. This modeling cream, though, first of all, I'm not affiliated with Viva in any way. I love this cream. I can't say enough about it. It goes on so easy. It's very smooth. It adds a pop of color. It adds a pop of texture, and it dries really quick. So what's not to love about it? I am going to put some on the side, just because I can, and because I want to. I'll probably ruin it by picking up the canvas, but that's okay. And I want a little bit more. Let's do right here. There we go. Alright, so that is step number 3, add texture with a stencil. I am going to dry this up and we'll go on to number 4. We'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back again. Alright, I hope Mike doesn't get mad at me, but I gotta add some more of this paint in here. I want to make this a little bit more cohesive through here, because the elements that I'm going to add next, which is my collage elements, I really want some of this. Half of that. There we go. Just want a little bit of this darker in different areas. Just a little bit. Okay. And I still want that the gold to stand out, which it will. That's good. Alright. A little bit of green right there. Alright. That's fine. Alright, now the next step, which is, see, I have them all written down. Step number 4 says to add festive collage elements. Well, my element is going to be my Santa. And Santa is going to go right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut him off, because he's a little bit taller than I want. Cut off his feet. Sorry, Santa. And we're actually going to wrap it. Do I want to wrap it? I do. I want to wrap him right there. So I'm going to go back to using my Martha Stewart clearance aisle Mod here. And first thing I'm going to do is Mod him. Whoa, I hope I didn't put him on wet paint. I don't think I did. Get a nice coat of Mod on him. And then we're going to get a nice coat of Mod on the canvas as well. Including the end. And then my festive element is going to go down right here. I want him to stay down. So I'm just pushing him. I put him actually over some of that texture, which is okay. It's going to be a little bit harder for him to stay down. If he won't stay down like this, then I'm actually going to put a module over top of him. If he won't stay down like this, then I'm actually going to glue him down, but I think he'll stay this way. Cover a nice layer on him. Come on, you can stay there. All right, stay down. I like him. He's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to dry him real good, make sure he has stayed down, and then we're going to go on to the next step. Alright, so I got so excited I forgot about my other element. I actually have this snowflake. It's done out of like a plastic and then some, I don't know what you want to call it, garland. And I want to put it down right here, but I don't want it to be completely flat onto the page. So for this one, all I am going to use is tacky glue. Just an Aleene's tacky glue. And I'm going to glue this side of it. Right there. Alright, and the other collage elements that I had, it's more of a sticker. I have these here, but you know what? They may not go on here. Okay, so let's see what the next step is. The next step is I need to add gold or silver drips and splatters. Now I actually brought out both the gold and silver because I wasn't sure which I was going to use, and I think I'm going to use the gold because I already have the gold on here. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my palette here or on my desk, and I'm going to add some water to it. And then I'm going to take my fan brush. And we're going to work with splatters. So let's start out with our splatters. Get my junk out of the way. Now I don't mind getting some on him too, because he needs some splatters, right? Now I want some drips. So I'm going to take another brush. And same thing, I'm just going to pull some of this here. And we're just going to let them go down. Come on, stay up there where you belong. I don't mind if they go onto the snowflake, that's fine. Now all this is going to do is just give it kind of a shiny effect on there. Okay, you stay there, dry. You know what? I'm going to use silver too. I'm going to use both. I'm actually going to hold my, stay there. I'm going to hold this on here. There's some silver. Like it. Well, that I don't want on him, so I'm actually going to take it off here. I don't mind if it continues down by his. There we go. And we're also going to give him some silver splatters. He's okay to have splatters on him. I like him. I like him. I like him. All right, next. Let's see. We added our festive. Okay, number 6. I need to add a quote or a phrase. Yeah, phase. A phrase. A quote or a phrase. Well, it's going to be Merry Christmas. That I do know. What comes next? We're going to add that. Then we're going to glitter or sparkles. So let me grab my phrase and I'll be right back. Okay, so for my phrase, like I said, it's going to be Merry Christmas, and I'm actually going to use these stickers that I have, and these came from my card making days. Putting the Merry. Come on. Doesn't want to come to me. This, I kind of wish it wasn't in so much green, but it is, so we're just going to put it right here. Merry Christmas. Come on here. I should have put it down here and put the Merry there. Let's see if it'll come off without ruining it. Let's see. We shall find out. Guess what? I haven't modged it down yet, so yay! It came off. Put Merry and Christmas there. Okay, and I am going to modge these on because I want them to stay. So I'm just going to take one of my brushes here with my matte medium, not matte medium, my decoupage, and I'm just going to go over them because I do want them to stay there. Alright. It doesn't want to stay down. Let's try that real quick. Okay, so step number 7 is to add glitters or sparkles, and I've got some glitter glues here. And the first thing I thought of when I saw this for the glitter is, ooh, we have to make his beard stand out. So I'm actually going to add this clear glitter. It's not really clear, is it? Yeah, it just says clear. I'm just going to add some of this clear glitter to his beard. And the fur on his coat. So we're just adding glitter. To his mustache and his hair. Or Santa's gonna be all glitzied up. He just doesn't know it. So, and we're gonna put some glitter here on his sleeves. On this sleeve. Okay. I like that. Alright, now I have some red glitter and I also have some green glitter. So the green glitter, what I am going to do is just go around this right here. Just very lightly. I don't want it anything crazy. Just to put a little bit of sparkle on the Christmas. I know it's plastic, but hey. And let's do some around the Merry. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Just sometimes just a little is just enough to kind of catch that little piece of light. Okay. And the red. Now the red, I'd love to do his whole, let me see. Oop. just going to do pieces of his. Most of the glitter ended up on my finger. Woo. I'm not going to do a whole lot. Just a little bit. Now I'm just kind of moving it around just so it's not in streaks so much. I'm just using the end of the tube to just kind of move it around a little bit. Okay. Alright, that was number 7. Number 8 says to add doodles in white pen. Alright, I need to get this dry first and then we'll go on to number 8. Okay, so number 8 is to add doodles with a white pen. Now I have a white Uniball Signo here, and the first thing I thought I want to do is it's going to have snowflakes. Snowflakes. We can do snowflakes right over top of our gold here. Snowflakes. I don't think this glitter glue is all the way dry yet because I stuck my finger in it and it was still wet. Make sure he's got some snow in his pouch here. Kind of wake it up a little bit. Wake up a little bit more of the white on his hat. Oh, and I'm going around and around. I'm sorry. I do that. I tend to do that. So if this is the first time you're watching a video, for me, I apologize, but I always tend to spin my art as I work on it. It just, that happens. I'm just making this a little bit brighter white, just so that we know that there's actually snow on his tree. Yeah, it looks better. It looks better. I hope I didn't just ruin my pen. My pen's not happy right now. Alright, so we added some white doodles. We'll probably end up doing some more. Actually, I do want to do around his gown. kind of lift him out a little bit with the white. It just kind of reinforces the fact that he's there. I like him. Alright, so there's our white doodles. Add doodles with white pen. Number 9, add book text shapes. Mike, you threw that one in there. Let me grab some book text. We'll be right back. Okay, so I found a piece of book text that's got some scribbling on the other side, but that's alright, we're not going to worry about that. Okay, the first thought I had was to make a couple candy canes. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw these and then I'm going to cut them out. Well, actually, I'm going to color them first and then cut them out. So we're going to start out with 2 candy canes. And I also wanted to do some little bulbs. So let's just... Yeah, I'm going to fussy cut these. 7. Alright, and let's do a couple candy canes here. Do 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 do. I am not going to make you watch while I fussy cut these because that would just be no fun. But I figured the drawing process, why not? Doot, doot, doot. Now, before I cut these, I am going to take some of that red paint that I used and just, let's see if I can do this. Color in my book text. Okay. You know what? I just drew both of these the same way, so I'm going to have to draw another one because I actually want one going the other way. I'll just draw it with a pen. Because I just throw a little bit of color on these. These are just going to be bulbs that are going to go on that little tree there. Maybe. We'll see how well they come out. Okay, so I'm just going to... Nothing crazy, just add a little bit of color here and there. On my... This goes here. Alright, now we're going to cut them out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've cut out my 2 candy canes, and I cut out all these little bitty bulbs here that I'm going to put on the tree. Now, to put these on, I'm not going to use the decoupage. I'm actually going to use the tacky glue. So, here's what I was thinking for the canes. I was thinking something on this line, but I need to make it a little bit shorter. Okay, so there's one. It's a little bit shorter. So I'm going to put the candy canes here. I've put a little bit of the red paint on them, and I'm going to come back in with the white pen and do the other part of the book text. There's one candy cane. There's another. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with these little bitty bulbs that I decided I had to have on this tree. And we're going to put one right there. Oops. Don't need that much glue on there. Come on, back here. Okay, I don't need that much glue, so let's just do this. One more. Where are we going to put you? Right here, maybe? Okay. Now I'm going to go back in with the white pen, since I added this book text. Those I'm just going to leave as is. Aren't they cute? I think they're so cute. Just little bitty bulbs on that tree. Okay, so this one I want to go back in. I just want to add some white in this part of the candy cane. Not really covering up all the book text. It's still there. It's still, you can't read it, but we know it's there. Okay. So that was number 9, to add book text shapes. Okay, number 10 is to put a border around my page. Ah! Okay, I actually, when I was looking at the directions, I was looking, at this prompts, I saw this, and I kind of like it. It's like a ribbon with a, I don't know, like a chain wrapped through it. Actually, this chain has come undone, so I'm going to have to glue it back on there, but and I kind of like it. And I believe this may end up being my border. I don't know as I want to do it all around the page. I think I'll do top and bottom with this. And I think that'll be very pretty. So we're going to cut it right here, because that is just long enough. My glue again. I want to glue down that piece of that. And I need 2 pieces like this. That one's too short. I have some more of this here. Let's see, I do have a piece here. See, all it is it's wrapped around each other. So I'm actually going to use a piece off the roll that is still glued. I'm going to have to glue some of this. So I got to glue this back to itself. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is let's see what this looks like. We're going to glue it down. I'm going to use the Aleene's tacky glue again because this is quite a large piece of edging that I'm putting on here. So let's do that. I'm hoping it'll stay down. Doom de doom doom doom. We're just going to hold it down until it sticks. It will It'll stick eventually. I know it will. Come on, stay down there. I know it'll stick. I know it'll stick. I know it'll stick. It doesn't want to stick. See, this part's coming apart. See, it's bent. Make sure it doesn't bend. Come on, stay stuck. I think it will. Give it enough glue, it's got to stick, right? You know what, if worst comes to worst, I'll have to get out my hot glue gun, then it will definitely stick. And you know what, I think that's what I'm going to have to do, because I can't sit here and hold that while it dries. So, let me grab my hot glue gun, and we'll get this border put on here. Okay, so our glue gun's hot, so what we're going to do, I'm going to run a bead of hot glue right along this. And I hate those little stringy things, but stay there. And we're going to put this right down. Right on that hot glue. Make sure it stays. And then I'm going to have to trim up the edges a little bit, which is fine. Just want it to stay right there. Now I'm going to do the same thing up here. With this one, I'm going to run it and then start gluing it down. So I'm going to start here and hold it. Then I will continue this right here. And I don't like those stringy things. They drive me insane. But anyways. There's my border on my page. Alright, so let me bring you back out. And I believe we're all set. I love it. I love the way it is. It makes me happy. It really does. So Mike, I want to say thank you so much for this challenge. Video hop, whatever you want to call it. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the process of doing someone else's prompts, per se, as far as steps. So it was a lot of fun. So thank you very much for that. So here it is. I'm just bringing you up close a little bit so you can see a little bit more of him. There is my festive Santa. And again, this is via my video hop with Mike Deakin. I will make sure I have his link in the video below. As always, be kind, have fun, that's what life's all about, and happy creating. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Art Agent Cindy Utter, your mission has been accomplished.